So cool room here with all the box guards stacked on the shelves. But before I talk about the room, I want to get a bit into the box guards and what they are and where the concept comes from. So we knew that we would have a robot.
Yep.
Well, different classes of robots, like just like in the first Deus Ex, and robots that probably serve somewhat the same purposes as in Deus Ex 1. The box guard would be our biggest one.
Yep.
Wasn't named box guard at the beginning, but we knew we wanted a walker and all that kind of stuff. And concept artist Thierry Doison, or Baron Thierry, he's the kind of guy, he comes from industrial design, and so he really thinks his concept through, which is what concept art should be. Yeah. And he figured out, we've designed a world where there's a lot of mercenaries, there's a lot of private wars. These themes are really
They're going through the world in different places.
Exactly. So these are really present themes in the game. So he figured, there's probably a lot of like independent weapons manufacturers, and they don't just sell to countries, they sell to all sorts of private armies and like Blackwater and all that kind of stuff. So he said, hey, this robot that probably a lot of people buy, instead of coming in disassembled in different boxes or even assembled in one big box, it's like its own box. It comes folded in, and then you receive it. You receive your shipment, one box guide, 2 or 3, a dozen, whatever you ordered. And then there's like a password. Is it your retina? Is it your fingerprint? And you enter it on the box guard, on the box itself, and it just kind of unfolds. And that was really cool.
What is cool about that too is that the fact that originally we were thinking about our biggest robot as a walker, like kind of RoboCop style.
Like two-legged.
Exactly.
Two-legged, yeah.
Two-legged. And when Baron Thierry came up with that idea, we were all psyched, like it was all fresh and new and something totally different. And we just fully embraced it, and we couldn't wait for the real box guard coming to life.
Coming to life. And it's been the actual concept, the idea is Baron Thierry, and then it was kind of like upgraded by Jim Murray, like the final design. Yes. The final design was but it was a collaboration. It was a collaboration and stuff like that. Yeah. So the room itself that we're seeing here, the idea that now that from the first room of the FEMA camp, that these boxes transform into robots, the idea was a bit to instill fear into the players,
like
seeing
will they open,
are they gonna transform, open, and stuff like that. So hopefully, we generated a bit of fear in the players through this.
And if not, it still remains a cool room.
It's a nice room.
Yeah, so
and
atmospheric room.
You know what I think about every time I see it? How expensive that room must be, because if you think technologically speaking, these box guards they got to be, I don't know, maybe like $50 million a piece or something.
At least $1,000.
So there's at least a few grand in that room.